We're going to knock the hell out of ISIS, believe me. Members of her team were caught saying the one person she doesn't want to run against is Trump. Believe me, it will be fun. The only time I really started on her was 2 months ago, and believe me, her and Bill had a bad evening. Believe me. Believe me. They can't even believe it.
He still didn't believe me, but believe me, it is, okay?
Believe me, folks. Believe me. Believe me. So let me just tell you. Let me just tell you. Believe me. 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 Hey, believe me. Believe me. Believe me.
Believe me.
Believe me.
Believe me.
Believe me. Believe me.
Believe me. Believe me.
And believe me. Believe me. Believe me. And believe me. Believe me.
Believe me. Believe me. Believe me. Believe me. Believe me.
Believe me. Believe me. Believe me, they're going to recover much faster than they understand.
Believe me, folks, we're building the wall. Believe me. Believe me. We're building the wall.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I love women. But believe me, I love women. I love women. And you know what else? I have great respect for women, believe me. Believe me. I have so much money, you wouldn't believe it. I'm good at getting people to put up money. Believe me, they'll put up money. So anyway, we're going to be back up here. If I win, believe me, we're going to start opening up the water. 4 more years of this stuff, and I'll tell you, we're not going to have a country left, believe me. Everything she touches. And you're going to have 4 more years of that, we won't have a country left, folks, believe me. And the only reason she's been dragged so far left, believe me, is she doesn't want to go to jail over the emails, okay? Believe me. That we're going to save our Social Security, and I'm the only one that's going to save it, believe me, without cuts. And if we win California, the election is over, folks. It's over. We win. And then we will make America great again, believe me. It's over. 200, believe me. And we're going to take care of the vets, believe me. National Rifle Association, folks. We're going to protect your Second Amendment, believe me. We will protect your Second Amendment. These pundits, if I ever did that, I'd be run out of town, believe me. Can you imagine? This can only happen to me, believe me. And they couldn't believe it. Nobody could believe it. And there was like love. Oh, look at my African American over here. Look at him. And believe me, I'm like a really smart guy. I went to the Wharton School of Finance. And you don't have to go to Wharton. You don't have to go to Wharton. You don't have to go to high school. Mexico will pay for the wall. It will happen, believe me. We're stopping. We're stopping. Believe me. They don't have the same love that we have. Believe me, they are in a mess. They are in a total mess. It's a love fest. We have all night. All night. The safest place to be anytime in our country is at a Trump rally. It's love. Believe me. It's love. It's love. Crooked Hillary, and she is as crooked as you get, believe me. She is a total lightweight, believe me. Where I'm statistically even with Crooked Hillary, and she is crooked, folks. Believe me, she is crooked. Crooked Hillary, ladies and gentlemen. She's as crooked as they come. As crooked as they come. And she really does have bad judgment. Oh, isn't that nice? All right, get him out of here. Get him out. Bring him home to mom. Go home to mommy. Go home to mommy. We're all in a rigged system, folks. I'm going to break up the rigged system, believe me. Believe me. If I'm governor, I have a choice, okay? Believe me. Believe me. And I'm the only one that can get bad press with raising that kind of money. The only one, believe me. Some don't like me very much, but that's okay. Believe me. I built an unbelievable company, a great company. I filed papers with federal election. You don't build companies like that unless you have the right temperament, believe me. Believe me. A lot of the protesters that you see, they're going to end up voting for Trump, believe me. Who else does this without a band or without a musical instrument? Believe me. It's a lot easier with an instrument. I'm sitting home, I'm listening to lies being told about me by this dishonest media because, believe me, they are so dishonest. So dishonest. Man. Excuse me. I've watched you on television. You're a real beauty. Like this sleazy guy right over here from ABC. He's a sleaze in my book. I think he's a racist. I am the least racist person that you've ever met, believe me. The least racist person. We have the better ideas. And my ideas are better than any of them, believe me. My ideas are better than any. Just let the bullets go in the other direction. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Believe me. Believe me. That's what politicians do. All talk, no action. Believe me. I've studied this issue in great detail. I would say actually greater by far than anybody else. Believe me. Oh, believe me. I know how to deal with trouble, and believe me, that's why I'm going to be elected president, folks. Believe me, 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 believe me. It had nothing to do with what I was even talking about. They are the worst, believe me. A little tiny few words. Donald Trump thought they should be done. Believe me, folks. We know what we're doing, folks. Believe me. We know what we're doing. Believe me. They take abuse. They don't get the credit they deserve, believe me. It's all made up by the press, folks, believe me. By these people right here. Believe me, I respect women more than Hillary respects women. And you are going to have problems, the likes of which you've never seen, unless Donald Trump becomes your president. Believe me. Believe me. I will do more for African Americans than Barack Obama has ever done. And believe me, he's done nothing. He's done nothing. He's done nothing but talk. He's done nothing but talk. And believe me, folks, it has been a disaster for this country.
I think I'm working harder in the last 8 months than I've ever worked before in my life. Believe me. And believe me, the one person she doesn't want to run, and I know this for a fact, the one person she does not want to run against is Donald Trump. But the one person.
I'm a unifier. I know people are going to find that a little bit hard to believe, but believe me, I am a unifier. Once we get all of this finished, I'm going to go after one person. That's Hillary Clinton, on the assumption she's allowed to run, which is a big assumption. I don't know that she's going to be allowed to run. And I think that's frankly going to be an easy race. You see the polls. I beat Hillary in many polls. You had to see him backstage. He was putting on makeup with a trowel. No, I don't want to say that. I will not say that he was trying to cover up his ears. I will not say that. No, he was just trying to cover up. He was just trying to cover up the sweat that pours. I never saw. Did you ever see a guy sweat like this? It's Rubio. That's what it. This is going to be easy pickings, and believe me, it will be. Believe me, I got very, very little, and I built it into many, many, many billions of dollars, and I'm very proud of it. They would have kept him otherwise. Unless Trump was president, believe me, they wouldn't be keeping him. That's not right. And believe me, if I become president, oh, do they have problems. They're going to have such problems. Hard to believe. Although, if you were me, you'd believe it. I won't pay the rent, so we get better lighting, and we don't pay the rent, right? Right? No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn them off. Two great guys. They work hard. They love. Boom. They love. Get those lights off.